What's up, y'all? So today we're going to be doing this monochrome red eye look. It's fairly easy and beginner friendly. Plus, you don't need that many products. They'll be listed below in the description box. And I did my brows off camera, so we can just get started from there.
All we wanna do is have a good time. All we wanna do is make it prime time. Cuts in the hair for that one time. All we wanna do is have a good time.
I'm going to start by blending in my concealer around my brows a little bit more. I feel like it lays out the foundation for your lids better. For this look, I'm going to be using the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette, the Shany Cosmetics 120 color palette, and the BH Cosmetics Smokey Eyes palette. Next, I'll set my lids with my LA Girl Pro Concealer and make sure you blend it thoroughly. You don't want it to look patchy or spotty so that your colors would distribute evenly on your lid. And no, I don't set my lids with setting powder because I feel like that takes away from the color, and I prefer to just put the shadow on top of the concealer. Next, I'm going to go in my Shany Cosmetics palette, and I'm going to use this sort of burnt orange shade, and I'll be using this my transition color. Be sure to blend it out evenly and do the same for the other eye to make sure that they look somewhat identical. Next, I'm going to go into my Take Me to Brazil palette and use this red color and blend it in with this orange as sort of another transition color. And I'm going to go back and blend that out later, but for right now, just make sure you apply enough so that it's a subtle increase from the orange to the red. Next, I'm going to go into my Smokey Eyes palette and use this bright red color. And I'm going to apply it on my upper lid but under my crease. And it's going to transition from that red that was blended with the orange to a more bold red. Don't worry about the excess eyeshadow powder falling. We're going to clean that up later with concealer. Going back into my Shany Cosmetics palette, I'm going to use this burgundy color to deepen the crease, and it's going to make it appear more bold around the glitter once you apply it. Mixing a burgundy and a deep purple from the Smokey Eyes palette, I'm going to go in and deepen my crease even further. Notice that this does in fact leave sort of a purple undertone with the eye look, which is not what we're going for, but we're going to go back and correct that by going back in with this red from the same palette, and this will bring back more of the red hue to the eye look. Be sure to blend it out well so it won't look like it's colors just stacked on top of each other. Now I'll take my blending brush and go in and tone down some of this color on my brow bone so that I can apply a color that makes the transition from the concealer to the actual eye colors look more precise. I realized I messed up my brows. I'm gonna go back and fix it. But using this sandy brown color from my Shany Cosmetics, I'm going to blend for a better transition from my concealer to my first transition color. Using my NYX Glitter Primer and my glitter, I'm going to do the next step of my eye look. I'm going to start off by building a small cut crease with the glitter primer, and this is going to be the foundation for where I lay my glitter. Using a small brush, I'm going to apply glitter on the entire perimeter that I applied the NYX Glitter Primer. Be sure to cover your full lid because you don't want it to look patchy and you want your glitter to stand out. It was somewhere around this point where I had finally realized that I messed up my brow. As soon as I was done applying glitter, I went off camera to fix it. Picking up a previously used brush with the burgundy and deep purple, I'm just going to darken around the glitter a little bit more with the blending brush. My everyday go-to foundation is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, and I prefer full coverage. So after the first application, I felt like it wasn't enough coverage for me, so after blending it out, I went back in and applied some more. This foundation does oxidize, so be sure to blend it out enough and try not to apply too much because it will leave you with a weird looking tone, as if you never blended out your foundation completely. And I always make sure that I sort of lift my skin when I go around my eyebrows to make sure that I don't mess them up. Using mineral powder, I'm just going to use it to further set my foundation before I go in to contour and highlight. I have very oily skin, so a lot of times I tend to make sure that I apply what I feel is enough mineral powder for my skin. If you have different skin, it may be different for you. Now I'm going to go in for my LA Girl Pro Concealer to highlight the points of my face, the under eye, the middle of the nose, the chin, and I only do a little bit on my forehead just because I already have a large forehead. Be sure to blend this out well because you do not want flashback when you take pictures. I repeat, you do not want flashback when you take pictures. Blend it out a little bit more. Now, using a blending brush and my Airspun powder, I'm going to set the points of my face that I just highlighted and blend it out. And I actually prefer not to bake with Airspun. I'm not a fan of it. I like baking with my LA Colors setting powder because it leaves me with a better finish and ensures that I don't have flashback. I always make sure that I set my T-zone really well because that is where I get the most oily, and I don't want my forehead to look like it's reflecting light. And make sure you blend that out because, once again, you do not want flashback. Moving on to my favorite part, highlighting. In the Carli Bybel palette by BH Cosmetics, I use this golden tone to highlight. And I always make sure that I use my e.l.f. brush to highlight. I'm going to cover my nose and my upper lip, and I'm going to do my cheekbones. Like, look at this highlight. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a fan of highlight, and I love highlighter. The more the better. I just love when it pops, just looking like sunlight gleaming off my skin. Honestly, this is my favorite highlighter. Y'all need to invest in this palette. It's only $22.50 at Ulta and on BH Cosmetics website, so get on that now. Next, I'll go in with a darker shade of mineral powder to contour my face. I'm going to get my chin, under my highlight, my nose, and my forehead. I'm a fan of contouring, so I like it to be dramatic, but not too dramatic for your everyday look. Just blend it out a little bit more. Now I'm going to go back in with the brush that I used to apply the mineral powder and clean up my contour a little before I apply bronzer. Now I'm going to use the LA Colors bronzer, and I'm going to apply it everywhere that I just applied the darker tone of the mineral powder. This creates a better transition from the highlighter to the contour, so it just doesn't go from one color to the next. Now I'm going to apply some Demi Ardell lashes on my lash line just for the eye look to pop more. It's best for you to wait for the glue to get tacky before applying your lashes. Yes, it's white, but it dries clear, so you don't have to worry about it messing up your glitter or your shadow. It's best for you to wait on your glue to dry before you add mascara if you prefer. For this look, I will be adding mascara because I feel like it helps your natural lashes blend better with the fake ones. Using the same brush with the burgundy and purple, I'm going to darken my lower lash line just a little for a semi-dramatic effect. Now, moving on to lips. Start by applying liner before applying the first coat of the matte lip gloss. When doing your Cupid's bow, it kind of helps if you draw an X on it and then go about filling in the rest of your lips. Now apply the lighter gloss. This is the matte shade and it's going to be sort of the base, and just blend it by rubbing your lips together. Next, apply the darker shade, get it in the corners of your mouth and your outer lips and rub to blend from the lighter color to the darker color. And for the last step, we're going to set our face. I'm using the Urban Decay Sleek Oil Control Setting Spray and spray my face a few times, and there we are.
All we wanna do is have a good time. All we wanna do is make it prime time. Cuts in the hair for that one time. All we wanna do is have a good time.